Microsoft's Xbox Game Studios is made up of 15 teams, all working on several projects to deliver games for the Xbox ecosystem. Many have consistently released grade A titles, and one of them is Playground Games. They split into two pieces to build a whole new studio, and it's that new team that is going to take Xbox into a brave new world. This is Colt Eastwood. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you're new here or maybe a returning viewer, please consider supporting the work I do by joining and subscribing to the channel. You'll get early access to content and much more. The following information is on Playground Games that has been gathered from many whispers and leaks over the past year and even some fresh new ideas. So let's see what Playground's second team is working on. Playground Games, the UK studio responsible for the world's leading open-world racing game, Forza Horizon, with tens of millions still playing, has split into two totally different teams, and Microsoft and Xbox have been keeping their intentions a secret for a little over 2 years, while the team works on their first game completely out of their comfort zone of an open-world racing game. The new Playground studio hasn't confirmed this secret project, leaked it, or given us much of a clue, but everyone seems to know. And they haven't told Playground what we all know. Fable is coming back. Fable is a beloved action RPG which has a long history of almost 15 years, starting on the Xbox original console in 2004. Since then, it has pushed into 3 main titles, with the third game falling out of fashion and out of line of the genius of Peter Molyneux of Lionhead Studio. After a lower-rated Fable 3, a failed Kinect title, and the cancelled online Fable Legends in 2016, fans were clamoring for Fable to return to Xbox, but done right. Playground's team has been hiring some of the top talent in the world. Some have been pulled in early, some will be brought in when their current projects wrap up. Guerrilla Games, the talent behind the open world mastercraft Horizon Zero Dawn, Metal Gear Solid, and Grand Theft Auto, and the cinematic action of Rocksteady behind the Batman Arkham series. But by the end, the team will be 200 strong. All of this is cultivating in a brand new studio called St. Albans House, a 17,000 square foot studio with state-of-the-art intranet networking to push the highest quality visual and audio development from artists to the techs. Playground has dubbed it the RPG team, working on an unannounced open-world action RPG. Playground's team began preliminary work on Fable 4 as early as 2017, with the RPG gathering to work in-house at Playground since spring of 2018, and now settling into work in the brand new St. Albans studio as a structured team with their very own workspace and gear to get into the deepest parts of game development. What we don't know about Fable 4 is in the title. Will this be a sequel to the third Fable game, or a full reboot to recapture the magic and wonder of Albion that Fable and Fable 2 did in the early 2000s? One thing that we can count on is it will be a true open world. After all, Playground Games have proven that they can absolutely nail the look and feel of a beautifully realized organic open world. The former Fable games had a gorgeous world to live in, but it was segmented by a hub world divided by towns, passes, and loading screens. The brand new Fable game will be on next generation consoles, and more games have been able to mask loading screens and allow us to travel the full breadth of the landscape from valleys to mountainside with total freedom. The talent leading this RPG come from the industry's leading open world games in Grand Theft Auto 5 and the skills to deliver an action-oriented narrative in the vein of Batman Arkham and the upcoming Jedi Fallen Order. The rest of the staff at Playground have a long history of developing and experiencing the world's best action and fantasy games. Expect Fable 4 to be a reboot of the franchise, a true reimagining of a new world outside of Albion, and a visceral, more grown-up Fable full of charm that made the magic of the game so engaging. Xbox Game Studios really needs a full-bodied, narrative-driven, explorable world with attention to detail, and if that direction that led Horizon Zero Dawn is poured into this new Fable world, we have a lot to be excited about just to hear the reveal announcement that has been held for 2020 to help launch next generation. Something else that may be on the table is Fable Legends. Fable Legends is an online cooperative game that was canceled in 2016. But following the formula of Xbox games, bringing people together over Xbox Live to keep playing long after the campaign has come to a close, we may see a return of Fable Legends inspired online mode. Playground's RPG team has likely retained much of the finished work and is using it as a frame or foundation to ease development of an online mode to play with friends outside of your crafted character building in the story campaign. If not, don't be surprised if Playground is preparing to make the story mode in Fable 4 fully drop in and drop out cooperative with a friend, or more likely, a shared world in much the way that Forza Horizon 4 can be played organically with friends or solo as you desire. Fable is essentially a 10-year-old series, which has a lot of growing to do in maturity and, technically, to become a showcase title and an enduring franchise for Xbox. The Playground RPG team is being funded, motivated, and inspired to create a massive RPG for the Xbox brand. One thing that is being pushed for the team is time. Quote, "Crunch has no place in modern development," says Ralph Fulton, head of Playground Games. He said they're actively working to remove crunch. So if Fable is not ready for the deadline, they will simply move the deadline to get it done right, instead of putting stress and overtime pressure on the team, which does not yield the best results. So don't expect to get your hands on the brand new Fable game in the fall of 2020 next to Halo. Now, more than ever, something that has not been a secret with the Xbox Game Studios is time. The studios are encouraged to dream big, take their time, and healthy funding to make something truly amazing for fans. Fable holds a special place for Xbox gamers. A great game takes time to get it right, the time to encourage the team to take a step back, retool, revise, and make changes that will not just make Fable, but make Fable amazing. This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure many of you watching this video are either big Xbox fans or big Fable fans. And I've played quite a bit of 2 and 3, so the Fable series in that respect is fairly new to me, but one thing I know for sure is the combination of melee and magic while you level up each of those powers is very rewarding, and I can't wait to see how this game is revealed. I just really hope that they can bring it into the modern gaming era and pour as much love and attention to detail as they can, but for now we'll have to wait until mid-2020 next year for an official reveal. Xbox executives smile when you mention Fable with satisfaction. I know they can't wait to showcase the game when the timing is right. If you enjoyed this video, you learned something, or you just got excited for Fable to return, leave a like and support the channel by joining and help me fund the weekly content. And subscribe and hit the bell to keep seeing content. There's going to be a lot of news coming up for Gamescom and XO19 in London before the end of the summer. If you want to reach out to me, please add me on Twitter and Xbox at Colt Eastwood and send me a message. I'm pretty active in the comment section, so I'll be there this week checking out what you think of the concepts and try to respond to as many questions and maybe cool down a few arguments. I'll let the gameplay play out here so you can see a little bit of what Fable Legends looks like and get an idea of what it may look like compared to Fable 3 and the jump to Fable 4 in 2021. I know not everyone's going to be interested in Fable, but please, in the comment section, remember to respect others' opinions. There's still a lot to be excited about in the coming year and a lot to be excited about for Fable as it's developed. So while you're in that comment section, please remember, be nice.